Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars Dad, Nooch Too Good, and holy cow, Katie, bar the door. Whoa, what a lot of loot. We have a lot of news, not a lot of lose. We have a lot of news. The news just went crazy in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes tonight while we were all just lounging, watching our television, maybe catching up on old episodes of Designing Women or something. If you're watching your favorite shows like Sex and the City or, you know, whatever, and all of a sudden, boom, news, Pirate King Hondo Naka is coming tomorrow. Good luck to you. Or today as you're watching this, I'm recording this the day before, release this in the morning. Already did a video on that, Pirate King Hondo Naka. Our stream may go forever tonight because I wanted to do Secrets and Shadows testing, and we'll be unlocking Pirate King Hondo Naka. We'll be testing him out in Arena. Then we'll be going to play Grand. It's going to be a busy night. Rogue One is coming out. This is the ship that Bodhi Rook piloted. We'll talk about that in a second. There's a Leviathan change coming up, and the era of Deadly Pursuit. I want to talk about this first. So this is the new era, the era of Deadly Pursuit. I'm calling it the Mishmash era. I apologize, Meathead. I know you went to a lot of work. You and the folks over there at Capital Games went to a lot of work to call this the era of Deadly Pursuit. I don't know what that means. Rogue One B-Wing. Well, Rogue One famous for, landing on Scarif. I don't know if that's a Deadly Pursuit. Well, I mean, it died. The B-Wing, of course, famous for Return of the Jedi. I'm sure lots of books and stuff out there. We've been waiting for the B-Wing for a long time. Will it have a pilot? That's a question. Well, it doesn't look like there's a pilot. There's no pilot being released. Might they put... Try to think who they could put as... I don't think there's anybody... I think it'll be a pilotless ship, I guess. I don't know. Can you guys think of anybody to be a pilot? I don't know. Anyway, LOM and Zuckuss. These are the two bounty hunters on the side to all the other bounty hunters. And then the Conquest character will be the Stranger from the Acolyte. The first Acolyte character, I'm still going to say probably the only Acolyte character, although we might get more of them. Maybe we'll get a few other of these guys. What's the Stranger going to be? Is this going to be like another attempt number 2 at Darth Bane? Like a Sith Eternal lifter? Or perhaps he's pointing later on toward... Plagueis? I don't know. What could the Stranger be pointing at? Is he going to be a solo artist? Will he lift some Sith? We will see. But I guess if you're going to pick one character from the Acolyte that people would generally be okay with, I think they're safe with the Stranger. People could say had a lot of potential as a character, just didn't quite get there. And I think if you're like me, you knew that he was somebody from the moment he walked on the screen. You know, anyway. All right, so title earned, called on, don't care about title. Analysis Paralysis is the era battle as LOM and Zuckuss pursue the rebellion's greatest heroes to leave. All right, great. So just LOM and Zuckuss, no Rogue One. This is the Mishmash era. We've got stuff from Rogue One. We've got stuff from Return of the Jedi. We got characters from Empire Strikes Back. None of these three things are related at all, except these are both rebel ships in different situations. We're already going to be lifting the Profundity. We'll see in a second. And then Stranger completely separate on the Acolyte. Now, let's go take a look at the kit reveal for Rogue One. Let's talk about Rogue One here, because this is just a straight up. And by the way, yeah, I reverse the colors. I do this because I don't like all the white makes my face even. I look even whiter than normal when I do that. It just washes me out. So it's the Rogue One. It's a light side ship, support cargo ship, Rebel Rogue One. Great. Lifter pro Profundity. You're going to see that very soon. It's the language is very specific for this ship, especially against Executor. No Doi. Provides benefits to the fleet while still in reinforcements. Strong synergy against Empire enemies. I'm the pilot. Bodhi Rook will be there. And Pow. So it's Bodhi Rook and Pow. They're going to be the pilots for this. Lots of callouts for Profundity. Well, there is now, was spoken by K2SO in the movie, who is not part of the crew of the ship. He's already in Cass Ewing. All right, that's an ability. All right, Rogue One can be effective as a starting ship. It shines best as a reinforcement. You'll see that in a second. Little Phantom 1 action going on there when the Profundity is the capital ship. Because Rogue One is a support cargo ship under Profundity, its damage should not be underestimated. When combined with Profundity's massive, I say we fight. How do I unlock it? Marquee event next week. I straight up, this is a lot of releases in a very short period of time. I think I know why it is, and we'll look at the dates here in a second. I'm still not going to get behind it. We just had Captain Silvo last week. 1 week later, you get Honda Onaka, who nobody's been very excited about, and then Rogue One next week. It's a lot of requirements. One thing that you can say here, ships don't require you to go get Zetas and a bunch of gear, unless you probably have to gear up Bodhi Rook, I guess. But, you know, Bodhi Rook's probably going to be a pretty easy gear. A lot of people already have POW geared up for the old Mon Mothma team. But, yeah, so you don't have to go get a bunch of Zetas and stuff. You know, you can just play with Rogue One, probably get Bodhi Rook up to, I don't know, gear 12, maybe not even spend any Kyrotech and play with it. We'll see how it works out. Let's get Wild Rogue for, oh, this is interesting. For Rogue One's unique, it says, while there are other non-capital ship allies, Rogue One can't be targeted. Well, if it's out there, it's just Rogue One and the Millennium Falcon, then they both can be targeted because they both have not target me type of stuff going on. When the Falcon wiggles and gets outmaneuvers, what we're talking about. And what does it mean by in reinforcements? If Rogue One is in the reinforcement slot and the enemy capital ship is Empire, all rebel allies gain breach immunity, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented, and protection up for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled. I mean, we said it. It's just a straight up executor. You know, this is just an executor killer. Like, you can't land breach on any of my ships for 2 turns, plus a bunch of protection up, so you can call in all your assists, and my ships will all still be standing there staring at you. This is when it's in the reinforcements. And when you enter the battle, if Rogue One is in reinforcements under Profundity, this effect occurs. Okay, when you're in the battle, if Rogue One is in reinforcements and not when the start, yeah, so that's crazy. That's crazy. Let's look at the abilities here. Again, colors are reversed. Now we get white on the, whatever. I can't fix it. It does look like a giant turtle floating through the sky. I will say that. It looks like a giant turtle floating through the sky. I had a thumbnail put together, turtle ship, and then they made the other announcements. I had to change it. So anyway, final text, deal special damage to target enemy 3 times, target lock them for 2 turns. If the enemy capital ship is Empire, a lot of that language, this target lock can't be resisted. Gonna target lock somebody, period. Special one, I'm the pilot. There's that turtle, AoEing, it looks like. Deal special damage to all enemies. If Profundity is the active ship, call Outrider to assist. That's what you want to happen. And reduce target enemy speed by 10 for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. When Outrider assists, I think we're going to get all those other assists too, and we're going to be cooling down. It's going to be really, really nice. Spoofed clearance codes. Rebel allies recover 20% protection and gain tenacity up for 2 turns if the enemy capital ship was Empire at the start of the battle. Little tenacity up move for you there. That's another, like, breach. You can't land breach on me at that point, right? Or target lock for that matter. Inflict accuracy down on target enemy for 2 turns. I don't know where that's going to really apply. There's been a lot of accuracy down, accuracy up, and now they're telling us that Hondo's going to be doing a lot of dodging, and I don't know where all this is going, but whatever. I don't know why we're so... all right. If Profundity's ally capital ship, reduce the cooldown of all rebel allies by 1. This is crazy. This is a huge Profundity lifter by everything seen here. Unique. At the start of the battle, if the allied capital ship is Profundity, Rogue One gains 25% max health, and if Rogue One is in the reinforcement slot, so I guess it could be in the reinforcement slot and gain that anyway without being on the field. And the enemy capital ship's Empire, they all gain breach immunity. Right, we said that, which can't be copied, dispelled. It's going to be one of those hard outline breach immunity things you can't get rid of. They will be breach immune for 2 turns. And protection up, which can't be dispelled. If the enemy capital ship is Empire, while Rogue One is active or in reinforcements, non-capital ship enemies are immune to cooldown reduction. Is there a cooldown reduction on that? Somebody tell me, I'm not remembering. Whenever an ally evades an enemy attack, they gain speed up for 2 turns when you evade. While there are other non-capital ship allies, well, that might bring Phantom back into the lineup. You get some evasion, anyway, I don't know, we'll see. While there are another, probably not. Now there's less room for it. This is just gonna, you're probably gonna have Falcon, Y-Wing, and your Outrider, and have this in reinforcements, and that might be all you need. Maybe keep Biggs in case you need to throw another tank on the field. That might be all you need from the looks of things. Rogue One can't be targeted and is immune to taunt effects during... Yeah, okay, we got that. Reinforcement, well, there is now. Enter battle. Inflict healing immunity on all enemies for 2 turns, which can't be evaded or resisted. That's like the opposite of the TIE Bomber coming out and inflicting flames on all the rebels that can't be evaded or resisted, and it's permanent. It doesn't look like it's permanent, actually. You can dispel it, it probably looks like. If Profundity is the ally capital ship, reset the cooldown of call reinforcements. Hello, Phantom 1. And if the enemy capital ship is not Sith, read carefully, As long as it's not the Leviathan, you're increasing download by 20 freaking percent. If the enemy capital ship is Empire, increase cooldowns. I mean, this looks like just an absolute executor, just crusher. Just an executor, absolute crusher. What we'll have to do in the coming days here, I'm not going to do it today, but we're going to take a look and really talk about, does this change the farming guide? Do we flip now from executor to profundity for now? Or do 4-LOM and Zuckuss to bring us something? I mean, we're going to be getting a lot of lifters, it looks like. This is going to be the lifters, right? So if we look at this, and I'll get to the Leviathan in a second. If we look at the Mishmash era, we get Rogue One lifting profundity. Is the B-Wing? I don't feel like we need another lifter, right? Is the B-Wing going to lift up Home 1, where we take like Phantom and Ghost over to Home 1? And I know that Gerbil has shown that you can use the Talon, right, with Home 1 and have some success. He's done it. I don't know how to do it. I never pulled it off, but maybe the B-Wing lifts up Home 1 fleet. I don't know. 4-LOM and Zuckuss, you can just imagine these guys are going to be lifting up some bounty hunters along the way, and the Stranger would appear to be a lifter for some Sith. So, looks like the lifter era, mishmash. Let's take a look at Leviathan, then I'm going to talk about one more thing here, and that's where all these dates are going with us with all these updates. Leviathan change. With the upcoming release, we made an adjustment to the Leviathan kit. I want to say this. If the Rogue One comes out and there are no further buffs or debuffs to any fleets or ships after Rogue One, after it comes out, that'd be the first time in a month of Sundays since we had that happen. That'd be the first time in a long time since we had a ship launched in the game. Maybe, I guess the comeuppance maybe came out and nothing had to be changed for that, but it didn't really change the game either. This is going to change the game. It would probably, you'd have to go back to before Executor, but if this ship comes out, Rogue One, and there are no buffs or debuffs or nerfs or anti-nerfs, nerfs or buffs, whatever, given to any ships or fleets after this, that'd be the first time since before Executor. So just keep that in mind. This is liable to really upset the apple cart, and you may even see more changes. It's just, ships are hard. They're just hard to balance. Apparently, I've never done it. I just go out there and play with my toys. So, Leviathan, the unique one of this added, Galactic Republic, Jedi, and Rebel enemies can't assist or attack again if their attack is targeting a Sith. Hold on. We've been keeping a close eye on the Leviathan for some time, monitoring its performance and the overall health of the fleet meta during development of Rogue One. We had a clear vision for how the updated Profundity fleet should function. However, once Rogue One was implemented, it began performing the Leviathan matchup beyond what we intended. I hear you, but what I see is this and this. I hear what you're saying, Capital Games, but what I see is a little bit extra, yeah. Since we were already looking at how the Endurance counters Leviathan, since we were already reviewing how that happens, we went ahead and added Galactic Republic and Jedi not assisting or attacking on a turn either, or attacking again. So I'm thinking of the assist you get there. I don't know what that endurance counter, if there is a lot of attacking on a turn, is there, or attacking again? I don't think there's any assists called in there. Am I crazy? That may not impact the endurance. I don't know, maybe. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Anakin does his own attack, doesn't call assists. The Marauder doesn't call any assists. It does stealth Anakin. If you've got 5s out there, there's no assists from 5s. If you've got Rex out there, there's no assists. I don't think there's any assists from Rex. He just gives turn meter out and buffs. Ahsoka's not calling in assists. Lando's not calling in assists. And I don't think they're attacking again either. We'll see. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking about there. I mean, Jedi Counselor, but whatever. maybe that doesn't touch that counter. It does touch the negotiator counter, who AoEs and then everybody attacks like assists it, so that may kill that. But I don't know that was a big counter already anyway. So we'll see how that works out. They did sneak this in there, which makes me suspicious. Let's look at these dates, everybody. So this is all coming out, and we've been talking about, and kind of a lot of us have been speculating about First Order and/or Resistance stuff coming out with the 10th anniversary of the game, coinciding with the 10th anniversary of Force Awakens. And if you look at these dates, and I pull up my calendar, so Rogue One is going to come out on the 23rd of September, and then I got my little calendar in their corner, and then that would mean that Rebel B-Wing will come out on the 30th of September. No, excuse me, the 7th of October, which would mean 4-LOM would come out on the 21st of October, which means Zuckuss comes out on the 4th of November, which leads us to November 18th. 2025, for whatever the next era is going to be, it'll start, episode or whatever we're talking about, it will start on November 18th, 2025. When did Galaxy of Heroes launch? It's a little cut off over there. November 24th, 2015. Right, almost. I mean, I feel like, I honestly feel like, and I'm out of pocket here. I feel like this is why they sped up Hondo and moved. I feel like they moved all this up by a couple weeks to coincide with this. Because it feels like Hondo should have been next week, and then 2 weeks after that should have been the Rogue One, and then that would have pushed us into December. Yeah, that would have pushed us into December, and I think they really wanted to get this in November for the 10th anniversary, for the next era, for First Order, and we're speculating. That's my speculation. For what it's worth, I speculate everything wrong. Don't listen to me, I'm gonna get it wrong. Anyway, there we go. Huge updates in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. It's all on the table now. We know where we're going for the next couple of months, everybody. I'll look forward to doing these ships and kind of chilling out with the characters for a little while, and then we'll see where 4-LOM and Zuckuss lead us. It doesn't look like we're leading toward any kind. These don't appear to be leading toward any kind of legendary or journey character. So a nice little, maybe kind of a break here from the constancy of the pirates and getting over and lifting some stuff. We really wanted lifting. You know, if these guys can lift those bounty hunters in any significant way, that'd be pretty cool. Give us a couple of like usable bounty hunter teams. That'd be fun. And then maybe the Stranger can lift up like Darth Maul and Darth Sidious and guys like that just sit there unused as Sith Acolyte, stuff like that. Not Sith Acolyte, Sith Assassin. Anyway, everybody, hey, that's what we got for today. Let me know what you think in comments. Crazy day in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I'll see you later here today to unlock Hondo Ohnaka, maybe do some other stuff as well. It may be the stream that has everything. Everybody, have a good one. Talk to you soon. Always remember, Newt's too good.